Only one I saw up there.
I have-
Madam Clerk had more. She's hiding from me.
There are 7 more from, that was just the add-on. There's 7 from the PD's office.
Okay. Well. Yeah. I want this. Come on, bring him on. He's right there. Come on, let's do it. All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
Jerron Booth.
Mr. Booth, you're here in case 2021 CF 7722AO on charge of battery domestic violence. I did refuse, sorry, the battery domestic violence by strangulation. Judge signed your warrant. This case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Counsel, can you put your name on the record?
My name is Chris S. Boatwright.
And you want to, ma'am, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Samantha Chetram, Chetram.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear.
All right, you put your hand down. Ma'am, can you tell me how you know Mr. Booth?
He is my boyfriend.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Yes.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
No.
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
No.
You guys don't have any children together, correct?
No, sir.
Say you got any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, you got any questions for the witness?
Just quickly, do you want to be able to reside with Mr. Booth?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to be able to reside with Mr. Booth?
Yes.
That's all.
All right, Mr. Booth, I'm going to set your bond in this case, an amount of $2,500 is going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And you already have counsel representing you in this matter. Do you have any questions about your no contact order, sir? I can't hear you.
No, sir.
I do not violate my order. Do not encourage him to violate my order. If he violates my order, he will be here with me on a no bond status. I really don't care if you feel like, you are more important than what I'm telling you right now. You understand that? You have a great day, ma'am. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you,
Let's
Judge.
strike it no return and say maintain separate residence. All right, yes, sir.
Will I get paperwork or no? Or
I don't think so,
okay, that's fine.
Can I ask?
but he'll get his paperwork once it transfers by there. You should get a copy on it and do the portal, right? The attorney?
It'll be on the minutes if he checks the clerk's
Okay.
office later.
Judge, just as a purpose of clarification, if I could,
Yes, sir.
the residence is where he lives. It's not where she lives. She could live somewhere else. So it's okay for him to go back to,
I don't know, ma'am, come. I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right. Are you gonna be living at the residence?
No, sir.
All right. So PTR, make a note of that. Do I need to make a note on the order?
Yes. May return to the resident.
Yeah, you may return to the residence if the victim's no longer there.
May I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
When would we be able to be in contact?
When somebody in a black robe, this looks like me, it tells you you can have contact.
Okay,
Don't listen to any, like, just
understood,
sitting here
understood.
long enough to hear lots of stories.
I
Listen
understand.
to somebody called me and told me that we can have contact, and, you know, this person says that these cases work like this. You know, don't wait till somebody looks like me tells you you can have contact. That's the safest thing you can do.
Understood.
All right. Have a great day.
You too, thank you.
All right, did you make a notation on the order that,
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
yes, sir. Have a great day.
Well, oh,
Waiting on the order,
Are you gonna wait, are you gonna wait on a copy?
yeah, because then I can just, you know.
Let him know he can get a copy of his paperwork, the attorney, if he wants to wait. All right. Let's continue on with our 33-day motions. Next one I have is McWhorter, maybe? McWhorter? 2021 CF 7936AL.
Filed this morning.
All right, be denied. I have Gray, 2021 CF 7898AL.
Filed yesterday.
Denied. I have Bowen, 2021 CF 7980AL.
Notice of non-filing.
Granted. I have Santiago, 2021 CF 7906AL.
Notice of non-filing.
Granted. I have Tillman, 2021 CF 7225AL.
Notice of non-filing.
Granted. I have Watts, 2021 CF 7931AL.
Notice of non-filing.
Granted. I have Russell, 2021 CF 7625AL.
Notice of non-filing.
Be granted. All right, Colston is the first person I have on my sheet. Costin, I'm sorry, or would it be Costin or Colston, maybe? Costin, Colston?
I've been saying Coastin.
Tomato, we gonna find out right now. Let it be revealed. I had to double over my allergy medicine just to feel okay. My allergy medicine. I'm taking like 4 days. I'm about to buy some more Zyrtec. Like I ran out of Zyrtec. I'm about to buy some Claritin D.
Yeah, no.
What? I don't know. I was outside last night, losing my mind. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Keith
What's your last name?
Austin.
Was it Colston or Costin?
Close.
All right. All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 339AA for a charge of trespass on property in a structure or conveyance. Say, did you make an offer to this case? That's why it got reset?
Yes, Your Honor. It was heard on 8/4, and it was reset to 8/5. It wasn't called 8/5, so it's called today. The offer was an adjudication, credit time served, no return. And the offer on the out on bond is actually an MO case, not an MM. And the offer from the city attorney on that one is an adjudication, credit time served, court costs, and a $10 filing fee.
Your Honor, our office has, and the attorney assigned in his out-on-bond case has comp concerns, and we would just have you set a bond on the current charge, perhaps even ROR. Judge in the out-on-bond case said ROR, and I would have you take no action on that, as I think he's been in custody on that charge cumulatively for 109 days.
Which one, the MO?
Yes, Your Honor, the out-on-bond.
Okay. All right, as is charged right now, he already has a bond of 150. Don't have a phase sheet.
Your Honor, he has a fairly lengthy,
Yeah, I'm quite sure he doesn't qualify for ROR, but. Yeah, it's probably seven prior fails, so seven prior failures to appear.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right, sir, have a great day. Don't point the public defender to represent you.
No action.
No action on the out on bond case, yes.
And there was a no return probable cause and PD on the trespass?
Yes, on the, yep, no return, no contact with any victims or witnesses. The new case. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Tad Adamitz.
Sir, you're here in a Volusia County case 20060326662 for violation of probation. Judge in that case set your bond at none. Your bonds will remain at none. We're going to appoint you to public defender while you're here in my custody, and we'll get you on to Volusia County as soon as we can. You have a great day, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't get the end of it.
You're here on a warrant from Volusia County for violation of your probation.
Yes, sir.
Bond $0.
Yes, sir.
Gave you the public defender while you're here in my custody.
Yes, sir.
We're going to hopefully get you to Volusia County as soon as we can.
Yes,
Be
sir.
transported to Volusia County as soon as we can. You all right? You have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Azumi is behavior.
All right, it's case 2021 MM5438 AO. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent.
We'll waive the
Mr.
appearance, Your Honor.
I'm going to state his bond at $250, condition on his bond, that he not return to the scene of the location, may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has, any return with law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. No contact with any victims or witnesses. All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Sanchez is refused.
All right, it's 2021 MO894AO. Mr. Sanchez, going to appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive the appearance as well, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to state his bond is set at $250. No return to the scene or the location. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Joshua. Oh, I got to move a mic towards you. There you go.
Joshua.
I'm sorry. Try one more time, because the mic is.
Joshua.
What's your last name?
Citrillo.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9218AO on charge of resisting officer with violence, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of fentanyl. Did review the charge affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count one in amount of $1,500. Count two, 100, and count three, 150. Condition your bond that you're not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users while you're out on release in this case. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you. So I'm going to be released.
If you're able to post bond, yes.
I
The day when they booked me, I was just signing a trespassing order. This was it. I don't understand why I got all these additional extra things and stuff.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
All I was
I can't
signing
really
was
give
a
you an excuse.
trespass order, and then he called for assistance.
All right.
And I'm still in the jail and messed their account up because
All right.
I was supposed
All right,
to
sir.
go home.
Have a great day. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Patrick Clark.
Mr. Clark, you're here in case 2021 CF 88080 on a violation of your sex offender registration in 2 counts.
Your Honor,
Yes.
they would just like to bring your attention the history of failing to comply
Yep.
with the reporting requirements. It's rather lengthy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, the judge in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in each one of your counts in the amount of $3,500. Condition your bond is you have 48 hours from the time you leave this jail to get to the Orange County Sheriff's Office to register as a violent sexual predator, sexual offender. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yep, keep asking. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Morning, Father Mary, Darrell Leonard Freeman.
What happened to Mr. Fernandez?
Freeman,
No, 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 no. So I have, next person I had was Sebastian Fernandez.
I don't have him on the move ups, Your Honor.
I guess these are Spanish, because looking at the names, just.
He's in felony, Your Honor. I don't think he's on the move-up list, but he is in felony.
Yeah, I want to, yeah, it's a Madam Clerk to tell me where, so we can get it back in. No, take your time. Well, Mr. Baez isn't, this is the person that's next here, so. I was connected. I'm not blaming him. Is he in the next session or something? What section is he supposed to be? Was he in?
He's in felony.
Yeah, so he's gonna be in the next session.
There's 2 Freemans.
Yeah, no, I'm just, you got multiple stacks happening here. I had Ms. Figueroa bring the morning session first, and then while I was still working on the second session. There we go. All right. All right, Mr. Freeman, you're here in case 2018 CF 2740AO for failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant in this case set your bond at no bond, so your bond's gonna remain at no bond. I believe you already had the public defender representing you in this case, so you have a great day, sir. All right, who's our next person, Dexter? And then
Charles White?
there you go. All right, I got you. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Charles Donnell White.
Mr. White, you're here in case 2021 CF 9224AO for fraudulent use of a credit card, fraudulent use of personal identification of another, unlawful possession of a stolen credit card, grand theft, and fraud. Did review a charging affidavit in this case. Although short, did find probable cause for your arrest in this case. Going to set your bond in count 1 in amount of $2,000. Count 2, 3, and 4 at $150, and $100 as a count 5. Condition your bond is you're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or witnesses, and you're also not allowed to possess any other person's identification except your own. We want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Now we're in Spanish, because I didn't get a list.
You want one? No.
All right.
You know when you wanna call the,
Well, when we get to the end of
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña,
that little
Spanish
break, you'll-
interpreter. The interpreter has already been sworn.
Good morning, Madam Interpreter. Could you see if you can make a connection with my podium?
There is contact, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Félix Alberto Baez Mercado.
Félix Alberto Baez Mercado.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 5446 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in this case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter? Do you have any questions about your no contact order?
No.
No.
All right, have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Adolfo Reséndiz Camacho.
Adolfo Reséndiz Camacho.
Sir, you're here in case 2019 CF 13835 AO on a violation of probation. Judge signing your warrant in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond in this case. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Tracy Kagan, she filed a notice of appearance on July 29th. But it's due.
Sorry. Sir, did you hire Miss Tracy Kagan for your violation of probation?
Sí, sí, estaba.
Yes.
Did you want her to be present during this hearing?
Perdón.
I'm sorry?
Did you want me to call her, see if she wanted to be present during this hearing? You're entitled to counsel, consult with your counsel. Did you want her to be present, or do you want to just get this done?
Pues sí, sí me gustaría que estuviera aquí.
Yes, I would like her to be here.
All right. Well, step back. We'll get you whenever we can get in contact with your attorney. We'll readjust your case.
Está bien.
Fine.
Let me see if Ashley can send get her on the link.
Okay, so, I'll go ahead and we'll set it off for 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a while, so you're gonna probably step back in the back.
Willing to accept that offer, then we'll need to decide whether we're gonna set it for an actual hearing.
100%, Your Honor. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? There you go.
Johnny Darinel Hernández Velázquez.
Johnny Darinel Hernández Velázquez.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CT 1393AW on charge of no valid driver's license. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to state your bond in this case amount of $500. Issuing your bond, you're not allowed to operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Sorry, sir, state, there was a question, offer?
An offer conveyed of an adjudication credit time served.
I believe I would just have you set bond, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah, appoint the public defender to represent him.
You produced an address that the court can send a summons to. Would you consider ROI, Your Honor?
Well,
Yes,
Curtis, he's not.
127,
He's from Guatemala.
móvil ahí.
He's a citizen of Guatemala.
Your Honor, state would object to ROR given this ties to the community. Sparse.
This is, Ocoee is a city of residence. If you could produce.
There's,
La 127 móvil ahí, Ocoy, Florida. La 127 móvil ahí.
127 Mobile Light.
yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that he's living in Ocoee. Problem is that his ties to this country are, tangential. So, you're gonna say your bond at 500, no driving, until you're able to get a valid driver's license. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Gracias. ¿Y ya me van a dejar ir para la casa o no?
Thank you. Will I be able to go home today or not?
If you're able to post bond, you should be able to go home. So have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Juan Antonio Ramirez Garcia.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CT 1394AW on charge of driving under the influence. You're also here in case 2021 CT 1395AW on a charge of no valid driver's license. Did review the charging affidavit as it relates to those cases. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Was it just the no contact, the contact numbers, or was his address no good?
He didn't give us any information. We had no
Right.
telephone number, no contact.
All right, Mr. Ramirez Garcia, where will you be living when you are released from the Orange County Jail?
In Ocoee.
All right, do you have an address for the location you will be staying in Ocoee?
No sé la dirección.
I don't know the address.
All right, sir, say your bond as your DUI at $500. As to your no valid driver's license, going to set it at $250. Conditions are the same in both cases. You may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing while you're out on release in this case. No bars. You may not enter any bars or places where the primary source of income is the sale of alcoholic beverages. You have a great day, sir. I'm sorry, I want to point the public defender to represent you in both cases. Have a great day. Huh? The sale of alcohol. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
José Enrique Paul Troncoso.
Jose Enrique Paul Troncoso.
So you're here in case 2021 CF 7259AO for a warrant on a bond revocation on a charge of possession of cocaine. The judge set their bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain as set at no bond. I believe you already had a public defender representing you in this case. I'm not taking any action as to your violation of probation in case 2021 CF 107AO. You have a great day, sir. He's already on the case. No. Well, I'll point the public defender if he's not on the case. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Días, mi nombre es Daniel Paz Flores.
Good morning, my name is Daniel Paz Flores.
So you're here in a Volusia County case 2020-102-443 for a warrant from Volusia County. The bond amount is $250. The bonds remain set in that amount. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you. If you're not able to bond out, we'll get you on to Volusia County as soon as we can. You have a great day, sir. All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. We'll be called back in a little bit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. No, we're going to do them in the break. We'll try to get them on the phone. We're trying to get Ms. Kagan on the phone for Mr. Rendez Camacho. Resendez Camacho. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Miguel Vargas.
Mr. Vargas, you're here in case 2021 CF 9230AO, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1 in the amount of $5,000, count 2 $500. Condition your bond to have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at a shared residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess any drugs or alcohol while a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Do you have any questions about your no contact order?
Yes. I just left 3 days ago. Every time this girl put me in jail, and it gets dropped 8 different times. You can look up my past history. I got stabbed with a knife. I self-defense myself. I got stabbed in my head. Why am I here?
Why are you still with her? Should be the real question.
Because it's not hers, the drugs she doing. But you know what? I'm in love. I'm in love with her.
That's not, sir. I think you should play what you're saying right now back in your mind. Because what you just told me was that you've been stabbed by this person twice.
Put in jail.
You've been put in jail.
And they all got dropped.
He continues to use drugs, but you continue to go back.
I'm a sucker.
I mean, so how do you want me to help you with that?
You don't think you gonna give me a cheaper bond than the $5,000 for the aggravated?
Sir,
my past history, they showing it.
But that is not an indication of whether
they didn't even let me write a report.
My job is threefold. One, make sure you show up to court. 2, make sure that the community is safe.
He's not gonna push
And then
charges.
3, make sure that you don't continue to commit crimes. But if you continue to get arrested because you keep going back, how do you want me to assess that? All right. Have a great day, man. outside, that's me, with the kids. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Dominique Brown.
Mr. Brown, you're here in case 2021 CF 9229 AO on charge of shooting or throwing a missile into a dwelling or a structured vehicle, neglect of a child, false imprisonment, assault, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. The judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. Going to, wait a second. Set your bond in count one in amount of $2,500, count two, $500, count three, $1,000, count four, $100, and count five, $100. Conditions of your bond is that you to have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. I'll strike the no return. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm also going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You're out on bond in cases 2021 CT 1419 and also 2021 CT 3372. As in those cases, the court finding probable cause that you commit new law offenses while you're out on bond and as well you're on juvenile probation. They're going to revoke those bonds and set new bonds at $0 as to those matters. We want to appoint the public defender to represent you in those cases as well if you're not already appointed. You have a great day, sir. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Mr. Butler, sir.
Mr. Butler, you're here in case 2021 CF 9247 AO on charge of tampering with a witness to hinder communication with law enforcement and battery dating violence. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest.
Your Honor, regarding the battery dating violence, state would ask for a slightly higher bond, given that it arguably was a battery by strangulation.
All right, sir, in count, I want to set your bond at $2,000 in count one, $500 in count two. Condition of your bonds is you have no contact with the victim in this case. That you need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Do you have any questions about your no contact order?
No, sir.
All right, have a great day.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Ford, you're here in cases 2021 CF 9242 AO on charges of possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver and manufacture, deliver, intent to sell and deliver drug paraphernalia. In case 2021 CF 9248, you're here on charge of aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence, and 2 counts of child abuse. Did review the charging affidavit. In your cases, did find probable cause for your arrest. In 9242, going to stay your bond at $1,000 in count one, $150 in count two. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You may not also not associate with any known drug dealers or drug users while you're out on bond in that case. In 2021 CF 9248, going to set your bond in count one in the amount of $2,000, count 2 and 3 in the amount of $1,000 each. Condition of those bonds, you had no contact with the victims in those cases. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You need to maintain a separate residence from those victims. If you have a shared residence with those victims, I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You also may not have any unsupervised contact with any child under the age of 18 years old. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in both your cases. You have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
gotta get in front of a mic. There you go. Thank you, sir. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Ryan Mullane.
Mr. Mullane, you're here in case 2021 CF 9249 on charges of burglary of a dwelling with assault, battery, and a resisting officer without violence. You reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. State, what do you say as to count one of this charging affidavit?
He has a victim.
I believe there's a victim,
sorry.
Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Rebecca Malin, M-A-L-I-N.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you put your hand down. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me how you know Mr. Mullane?
He's my ex-husband.
All right, and do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Absolutely not.
You all have one child in common?
We have two,
Two children? Okay. And what are the ages?
15 and 16.
Okay. And has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
There has been a lot going on since April. I'm scared to death of him. Scared to death. I cannot say it enough. I feel like this is my opportunity to talk. My kids are scared of him. He has mental problems. He needs severe help, which I don't think he's gotten. I've had people, and I have cases open on this. He's gotten involved with drug dealers here in Orlando. Anthony Faria, who is a known really bad person and has threatened my children and my life. I had to send my kids away for weeks just to escape that. Ryan doesn't abide by, like, he believes he's like a celestial being. He doesn't abide by any rules here on earth. And even last night, even after all this, I don't want to have anything to do with him. He knows that. I don't want him anywhere near me. He called me from jail even. Like, he's going to come right back to me. That's all he's going to do. If he gets out of here, he's coming right back to me. And I'm afraid of him and everybody he associates with.
I'm done, Rebecca. I'm not going to ever come back to you again.
You say,
All right, listen to me. Mr. Mullane, you have found yourself in a very precarious situation.
Agreed.
Count one of discharging the affidavit is a punishable by life offense.
I understand.
In the state of Florida, if you could, I'm just listening right now. Listen. Don't talk. Life is life. There's no parole. There's no conditional release. It's life. So less is more at the moment. All right?
I just want to leave and move back to Maryland, and I'll be done with this.
All right. All right. And basically on what your conversation is drugs and alcohol are an issue in this situation.
I don't know to what involvement he's with drug and alcohol, but he's definitely involved with people who are involved with that. And I'm scared to death of him. I sleep with a gun. I carry a gun. Yesterday, I thought I was going to die. Like, my kids think that. I just cannot stress enough. I am scared of this man. And we all should be scared. Women go. We talk about people who go and kill people and just go into places and kill people. He's never been violent, but he is crazy. He's mentally not stable. And I'm going to be the woman who now says, like, we need to be concerned about him. He's not right. He needs help. He needs to be in a psychiatric facility, and he needs help.
Opinion. Objection to that.
All right, Mr. Mullane, you're gonna stop? You're gonna stop? I mean, because I want people to always be able to be involved in the court proceedings, but you gotta stop right now, okay?
Stuff I want to respond to.
Yeah, that's fine. But right now is not the time.
Love my
All
children.
right, State, what are you asking to do as to count one of this charging affidavit?
Your Honor, given that count one is a punishable by life offense, state is asking that you hold no bond pending an
All right.
hearing.
Mr. Mullane, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Mr. Brandt, do you have a response as to the state's request?
No argument pending an Arthur hearing downtown with his attorney.
All right,
Crazy. She wants me locked up for life. I have never touched that woman.
all right,
in my life,
goodbye.
Ever. I've never touched
Goodbye.
that woman in my life.
Have a great day, sir. We'll hold him at no bond as to count one. You had no contact with the victim in this case. No weapons, no firearms. The weapons or firearms he has needs to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. May not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. He's not allowed to return to the scene of the location. Subject to random drug and alcohol testing in this case.
Is there any protection I can get? I literally had my house, like, the state troopers rammed in my door last night. My kids and myself were at
Not
gunpoint last
sure.
night because of stuff he's done.
Hey, is the victim advocate? I saw Lisa back there before.
No, Your Honor, they're not here.
Not here
Like,
today.
what can I do to protect myself from, like,
Well,
everything
you
he's
need to talk to the
gotten
state of
involved
Florida.
with?
You need to talk, and then you talk to the victim advocates. You're constitutionally entitled to one. So you need to talk to them and get their guidance. I can't give you any legal advice, ma'am.
Your Honor, are you leaving bond?
You have staying bond account 2500. No, no, they didn't ask, his attorney didn't ask for Arthur hearing, so no. All right. One sir, can you tell me your name?
John Stanford.
Mr. Stanford, you're here in case 2021 CF 9250 on charges of unlawful possession of a concealed handcuff key, possession of methamphetamine, and battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavits in the affidavit in your case did find probable cause for your arrest. Here we go. Got it. Is there a victim or is this, the door was closed? No, I'm talking about for this case. Okay. All right, Mr. Stanford, and count one, of course, going to set your bond amount of $1,000. Count two, an amount of $150. Count three, $1,500. Condition your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be shown to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You're out on bond in cases 2021 CT 358AA, as well as 2021 CT 357AA. Court's going to revoke those bonds, set new bonds at $0. Will appoint the public defender to represent you in any case that you not already have representation. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Rania Dowdy.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 MM 5445 AO on charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. It's going to set your bond in this case amount $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You are to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at that shared residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Justenia 40.
Ms. Forty, you're here in case 2021 MM 5418 AO on charge of battery dating violence. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. This is a double arrest, wasn't it? Co-defendant case? One second. don't know her name is in my stack. Well, I got a note that says the victim couldn't be contacted because their co-combatant is in, Miss Davis, is the victim in custody?
She was, but she's already been released. She bonded.
Okay, all right, that's all, I was confused, all right. All right, Ms. Ford, I did find probable cause for your arrest. It's gonna set your bond in the amount of $250. It's gonna come with pretrial release supervision. You'd have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at a shared residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Kevin Johnson, good morning.
Mr. Johnson, you're here in case 2021 MM5423AO on charge of battery domestic violence. They review your charging affidavit in your case. They find probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
You too, thank you.
Your Honor, that was 250 with PCR.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also have his writ?
He wouldn't be seeing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the writs, I'm not sure. I saw it was in there, but we're doing some work on the admin order.
Okay.
And we're not supposed to be seeing the writs in here.
Understood.
You don't want to see the case? Because I'm gonna write it on there and send it to him.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, based on the admin order, the writs for bodily attachment are not supposed to be seen by the IA judge. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Stephen Loveland.
Mr. Loveland, you're here in case 2021 MM5441AO on charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $100, condition of
Your
your
Honor, there's a
bond.
victim.
Hello. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Marissa Loveland.
All right, ma'am, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you put your hand down. All right, ma'am, can you tell me how you know Mr. Loveland?
He's my husband.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
No, I do not.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
Not physical violence, no, sir, but for the last 18 days, since my teenagers have left the house, he has been outside of every door that I've been behind. He drilled holes in my bathroom door to spy on me. He was sticking mirrors under the bathroom door to spy on me when I was getting a shower. He has been terrorizing me in our home for the last 18 days, and I am afraid of him. Last night, I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, I want to cut you off.
Last night, I told him that I wanted a divorce. I've been telling him this for 2 months now, and I told him that I wanted him to move out, and he got angry and started yelling and told me to leave the room. So I went and I shut myself in my older children's bedroom. He started throwing things at the door, and when I opened the door to see what he was doing, he ran at me, told me he was going to punch me in the face and that I better call the cops. And then when he saw my phone in my hand, he twisted my arm, squeezed my hand, tried to take my phone away from me, screamed at me to give him the effing phone, all while my son was sitting in the next room. Our son was sitting in the next room. And then when I got away from him and went into the room and called the police, he was yelling on the other side of the door not to call the police.
Okay. All right, man, did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
I don't know if he was drinking yesterday or not. I was at work all day.
All right, Mr. Loveland, want to set your bond in this case in amount of $100. Condition your bond be subject to pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Demetra Margaritas.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 MM5416AO on charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this matter in the amount of $250. Condition of your bond be subject to pretrial release supervision. You'd have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Linda Mayo.
Mr. Mayo, you are here in case 2021 MM5449AO on violation of conditional pretrial release. Reviewed the charging affidavit in that case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'll set your bond in that case in the amount of $10,000. Conditioning your bond, you had no contact with the victim in this case. And that's all right, in case 2021 MM5057AO. You also do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Yeah. Yeah, the charge she's here for was violating the orders, and so there's no contact with the victim, and yeah. Yeah, no weapons, no firearms, no contact? No, it was no contact with the victim in 2021 MM5057AO. And no weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms she has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release.
Right there.
All right, ma'am, you're out on bond in case 2021 MM5057AO. The court finding probable causes you violated your pretrial release and bond in that case are going to revoke that pretrial release and bond, set a new bond at $0 as to that matter. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in any case that you already don't have an attorney. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. No weapons or firearms. No problem. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Andrew Maselli, Your Honor.
So, Sully, you're here in case 2021 MM5436AO on charge of battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I want to call it find probable cause of battery dating violence.
Well, Your Honor,
Yeah.
we just argued.
Yeah, sure.
Going to set your bond in that case in the amount of $1,500. Condition your bond, have no contact with the victim. You may not return to the scene of the location. We'll give you a one-time return to the scene of the location with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Judge, is that the same statute?
Maybe it's a different dash.
What's the bond?
Let me see if I can find the one. Yeah, I had one there previously, so let me see.
I'm looking to find if I can find it as well, Your Honor.
Nothing,
In one of the previous cases, was a dating violence case. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Randy Parker Ross.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 MM 5417 AO on the charges of battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $5,000. Going to come with pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. You need to give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. 1 second. All right, have a great day, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Kagan is on
Okay. All right, can we get Mr.
Welcome to an Econo meeting. You are entering the meeting now.
What's his name? Ramirez, Resendez Diaz.
You are the only participant.
It's not. Hold on. Wait. We thought I had an attorney, but maybe not. I'm here. She should be here. She ain't on the right link. All right. While we wait for Ms. Kagan to be on the phone, I need to deal with Ms. Phillips. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Joe Phillips.
Ms. Phillips, you're here in case 2021 MM 5443 AO on charge of battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this matter in an amount of $500. Going to come with pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have any questions about your no contact order, ma'am?
Your Honor, as to the residence, her name is on the lease, but the alleged victim's name is not. And if you could inform her of the procedure, if he's not there, she can return.
It's my orders for you to maintain a separate residence for him. You have to be within 500 feet of his residence, wherever that is. If it's your house, it's your house, but if he's still there, you can't stay there, okay?
Sir.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Kagan. Ms. Kagan, can you hear me?
She said she had problems with
Well, I can't hear her, but that's the problem. All right, you make sure you're not on mute. And I don't know what happened to my interpreter. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'll be able to add. Ms. Kagan, I want to disconnect and reconnect because I'm having problems connecting with the interpreter. So I'll connect with the interpreter first, and then I'm going to connect with you.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has been previously sworn, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Master.
Welcome to an Econo meeting. You are entering the meeting now.
Mr. Interpreter, so I still have you?
You are the only participant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great.
There's a recording going, but the interpreter can hear.
All right. I don't know what happened with Ms. Kagan.
Yeah, the interpreter is connected to the podium as well.
All right. I'm trying to get the defense attorney in with our Cisco call here. But I think we have maybe lost her. Can we see if Ash can call her back real quick and tell her to try to reconnect? Okay. Okay. This is a problem. While we're waiting, we want to see if we can get our Albanian person on the line. The Albanian? Oh, they're not. Yeah, I guess so. You said our Albanian defendant is not? Okay. All right, while we're waiting for Ms. Kagan to connect, Mr. Interpreter, I apologize, I want to hold you up, but we're trying to deal with a defendant that wants his attorney to be here at initial appearances, and she's having some technical issues trying to get on our Cisco call here, so. So you don't need to interpret this, Mr. Interpreter, but in case 2021 CF 9240 AO, when I'm appointed public defender to represent Mr. Prahanja, maybe? Pranaj? Which branch would you want to do in this case?
Wait the appearance, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
All right, did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for his arrest. Going to set his bond in count one in amount of $2,000. Remaining counts $150 each. Condition that he not return to the scene of the location, have no contact with any victims or witnesses, possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. All right, I had Collier bonded.
It might have her, Your Honor. Oh.
All right, whoa, we had something, there we go. Ms. Kagan. No, we can't hear you. I can see you now, but I can't hear you. No, there's still no sound on your end. All right, Ms. Kagan, now you're frozen. I think you disconnected. All right. Mr. Rennes Camacho, try to get your attorney here. Having some real technical issues. So, you're here in case 2019.
You are the only participant.
You're here in case 2019 CF 13835AO. You're here for that violation of probation I talked to you about earlier. Your bonds is going to be none. It's not, nothing's really going to change with Ms. Kagan here as far as that, because the judge in the best position to understand what's going on with your violation of probation is you have to appear in front of and set your bond at none. And you're constitutionally not entitled to a bond. So I want to keep the bond as set. If we can get Ms. Kagan here later on, maybe we can readdress your case. All right, have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you got Ms. Collier, she's bonded?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Dillum?
All right, it's case 2021 CT 652, Ms. Grisela Lima. Going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Going to state a bond of $1,000 on the Osceola County warrant in that case.
You said 1,000, Your Honor?
Yeah, that's what on the bond it says, $1,000.
Great, thank you.
Yep. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jermaine Hendricks.
Mr. Hendricks, you're here in case 2021.
You are the only participant.
CT 454, case from Seminole County. The judge in Seminole County set your bond on this warrant at an amount of $0 for a failure to appear. Your bonds will remain set in that amount. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you so we can get you over to Seminole County. You have a great day, sir.
Mr. Kramer pays purge. So he bonded him?
Purge.
So he bonded? And bound. Okay.
You mean he just paid $1,000 cash bond? Like, okay, because you said purge, so like,
I just told him that if I say a bonded.
well, I'm just saying purges are illegal. That's all. That's my concern. Like when you said that, I was like, purge, like it was a writ. Yeah, like, but for a warrant, the laws, case law, and they're saying you, in the statute, you can use whatever, surety, cash. I mean, they used to do that before, but okay. Maybe it's an old school judge in Polk County. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Can you say again?
McCrimmon.
McCrimmon, Your Honor. And
McCrimmon, you said, told me, wasn't here. McCrimmon, yeah, we. Okay. All right, man, you are, that's I was confused. That's all like this. All right, man, you're here from a warrant from Polk County, the judge in case 2021 CF 5043. The judge of Polk County set your bond amount of $1,000. Your bonds remain as set in that amount. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you to get you over to Polk County. Sorry. And, sorry, there's another condition on your bond that you cannot return to any targets while you're out on release in this case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you while you're here, here, but unless you can, if you don't bond out, we'll get you to Polk County as soon as we can.
Okay, you said targets, right?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Howard Storm Stevenson.
Mr. Stevenson, you're here in case 2020 CF 692 from Seminole County for, I believe, looks to be a violation of probation. Judge in Seminole County, set your bond at none. Your bonds can remain at none as that amount. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you till we get you over to Seminole County. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ramon Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins, you're here in case 2020 CF 6484AO for a violation of probation, or violation of community control. Judge signed your warrant. In this case, set your bond at none. Your bonds will remain at none in this matter. You're a violent felony offender of special concern, sir. You're not going to be entitled to release or bond on this case until your violation of probation goes to hearing. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
A. Russell Moore.
Mr. Moore, you're here in case 2020 CF 5778AO for a violation of probation. Judge, in that case, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds can remain as set in that case. You're also arrested in 2021.
That's the only case he's.
I'm sorry. That's correct. All right. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Eduardo Ramos Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in case 2018 CF 14047AO for a violation of probation. Judge signed your warrant, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds can remain as set at no bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Excuse me. Monet Hilton.
Ma'am, we're here in case 2021 MM226AO for violation of probation. Judge signed your warrant in your case, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds can remain as set at no bond. I'm not taking any action on your 2021 MM4641AO case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in your violation case. You have a great day, ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Natalie Maria Ramos.
Ms. Ramos, you're here in case 2019 MM2937AO for violation of probation. Judge signed your warrant in your case, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds can remain as set. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in your violation. You have a great day, ma'am. No. All right, we're gonna take a, what time is it? 10 or 15.
Rebecca, can you tell them downstairs that, the clerk emails are down?
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Vernon Demetrius Hackney, sir.
I have, Hanky, or Hankney,
Hackney, yes, sir.
Vernon. Yeah. I was sorry. Say your name again, because maybe I'm.
Vernon Demetrius Hackney.
Oh, there you go, okay. 'Cause I heard the Demetrius part, I'm like,
Yeah, that's
what happened to the rest of your name? I was like, what? Okay, I'm sorry, apologize for that.
no problem.
All right, so you're here in case 2021 MM5420AO on charge of trespass, structure of conveyance. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. State was an offer you conveyed.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer that was conveyed was an adjudication, credit time served, and no return.
All right, sir, did you want to take that offer from the state of Florida?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down, sir. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM5420AO on charge of trespass. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to plead of guilty or no contest to resolve your case?
No contest, sir.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're gonna waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
Did have an opportunity to view your charging affidavit? Did find a factual basis? Going to accept your plea of no contest? Find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered? Going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge? Give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail? With 2 days credit time served? Court costs and cost of prosecution are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir. Told you that and then did it anyways. I had Woods. James Woods is my next person.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
James Woods.
Mr. Woods, you're here in case 2021 MM 5348 AO on a charge of trespass on a structure, other than a structure of conveyance, resisting officer without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna set your bond in count 1, amount of $500, count 2, 100, and count 3, 100. Condition your bond should not return to the scene location. Had no contact with any victims or witnesses. May not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 6839 AO. In that case, court's gonna revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir.
David Hopper, refused.
Mr. Hawker is supposed to be here in cases 2021 CT 5510 AO, which are driving while license suspended. Say, did you take action on his other case?
Not yet, Your Honor. I was gonna see if he was gonna plead to the duelist before I took action on it.
All right. Well, since he's not here, you're taking
Not taking
action.
action at this time, no.
All right. He's also here in case 2021 MM 5444 AO. Going to appoint a public defender to represent him in both cases.
Waive the appearance today, Your Honor.
Yes. All right. I'm going to state his bonds in each case. Find a probable cause for his arrest for the charges of possession of cannabis and driver license suspended. Addition of both his cases, that he not possessing drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, that he also not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and he be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at his expense. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Antoine Andrews.
You got to step forward here.
Antoine Andrews.
All right, Jeffrey Macon.
He bonded on his, traffic.
Okay.
Your Honor, as to Mr. Andrews' case, I believe Pryor is also arrested under the same affidavit.
Who?
Eric Pryor.
Eric Pryor? We'll get to it. I mean. Oh, he's talking about, Mr. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I have a PC
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah.
I would just bring up the PC challenge for both. I didn't know if you want to hear it once.
I got you.
Twice.
Your Honor, the state's gonna ask for a reset for 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, that whole, I figured that.
The officers, when speaking to them, they often think that we get all the supplements at the same time instead of just the lead officer's report. So
I
they
know.
assume we get supplements, and we do not.
No,
Given,
Mr. Pryor and Mr. Andrews were arrested in the same search warrant of a dwelling that's purportedly belonging to Mr. Pryor. So if we can get Mr. Barry Pryor, we can make this all very one simple idea. I'm gonna reset it to Monday, because this is all gonna happen tomorrow. This is gonna get rolled into Monday anyways. Dexter, I think you gotta go. Ms. Kagan's here now.
Oh.
I think she has to go around. Get back.
That works too.
No, I think you have to get back here, back where we are. You got to go around that door, and she let the door close. All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name one more time.
Antoine Andrews.
Mr. Andrews, you're here in case 2021 CF 9139 AO on charges of possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver and possession of fentanyl. Mr. Pryor, tell me your name, sir.
Barry Quentin Pryor.
Mr. Pryor, you're here in case 2021 CF 9252 AO on charge of trafficking in fentanyl over 14 grams, possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver with a weapon, possession of alprazolam with intent to sell and deliver, and possession of oxycodone. All right, that's Mr. Andrews. All right, and say you asking for, in both cases, for resets?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I didn't find probable cause for your arrest as in these charging affidavits that are in front of me, but the state has an opportunity to remedy that issue. So I'm going to reset your cases for Monday, which is in the morning, for a probable cause determination. You can always choose to bond out if you want to, but actually you probably can't because both of you have open cases. So I'll see you both on Monday.
I say something. Monday, well, I have my kids, two of my kids, like, the longer I'm here, they're not gonna be in school. Monday, I got
Mr. Pryor, I need you to focus on the current cases that are in front of me.
Right.
Because one of them, if charged, kind of what I can glean from what's going on in this affidavit, is a light felony. You may not be getting out for a while. So just, I understand you may have some things going on, but I need you to handle with the task in front of you right now, okay?
All right.
All right. Yeah, 9. 9, yep. I'll be here in the morning. All right, everybody have a great day. No PC for, I'm not taking any action because I'm in any cases until Monday. Everything's reset to Monday. Yep, the fades, the new cases, everything's reset to Monday.
No PC in both?
Yep,
Okay. And the state.
that's 24 hours. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Marvin Anthony Bass.
Mr. Bass, you're here in case 2021 MO 895 AO on charges of open container. You're also here in 2018 CF 5185 for arrest warrant on charge of possession of cocaine. As to your 2018 case, going to set your bond amount of $500. Condition your bond that you have not possessing drugs or alcohol without valid prescription, and you're not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. As to your 2021 MO 895 AO case, the city of Orlando is offering a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. You want to resolve your case with the city in that case?
Yeah.
Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Yeah.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you are here on that charge of open container. That's a second-degree misdemeanor, punished up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
You gotta say yes or no.
Yeah.
All right. You want to enter a plea guilty or no contest to resolve this case with the city?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're gonna waive all your rights, like your right to have a trial, right to have an attorney, right to have evidence, challenge the evidence against you. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
You answer yes or no, like.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, because what happens here in court, there's somebody that takes down what we're saying. And like what we may use as colloquialisms as our slang, to like say yes or no to certain things aren't interpreted by everybody the same way. So you can answer my questions yes or no, okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Sir. No, sir.
There you go. Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
No, sir.
All right, so do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you can be deported from this country?
Well, I'm one of the United States citizens. Yes.
I had the opportunity to review your charging affidavit. I did find a factual basis contained therein. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in that case are $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full, 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
And that's just for the city ordinance case, Your Honor?
Right. All right. Ms. Kagan,
Yes.
did you understand, like, did you want to, so I know if you wanted to be here, but for that case with Mr. Remdes Diaz
Yeah.
Camacho?
He's got a misdemeanor. He has a misdemeanor, no valid DL. That,
In a separate situation?
that was what tripped the violation of probation.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do was see whether I could enter in addition to the VOP here and plead to the,
No.
plead to the misdemeanor.
No, you're gonna have to wait for arraignment with Judge Lattimore down the hall. The AO doesn't allow me to resolve felony cases here at IAs. So he should have a date with Judge Lattimore, unless you waive his arraignment.
I filed the notice, but I don't.
Did you waive did you enter denial already?
Probably.
Yeah, then you just said it with downtown.
What's he on for here today?
He's here for initial appearance on the warrant he was arrested on for the VOP. So I don't know, like, do you have an on view or something, and then a warrant?
No valid DL, that's what tripped the warrant.
Yeah, but then did the IA judge didn't do an on-view arrest of him, or did law enforcement do an on-view arrest of him?
I guess not. I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe he may have bonded out on the no valid, and then, his PO obviously
Well,
gave him a warrant.
I'll appear, did you produce him and talk to him yet?
Yeah, I talked to him, I told him, only thing I have in front of me is the warrant for the,
In the back there?
do you guys hold him, or? He's downstairs. So basically I told him is that he has a warrant for his arrest for a VOP. His bond, the judge, the division judge says bond at none. And he's gonna remain at none on that bond, but you can always resolve the case.
Because the basis was a no valid DL.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can we just check and see when the next court date is on here?
I don't even remember the case.
I ran over here, I didn't know what was going on.
Well, we didn't know, Madam Clerk let me know that he had you as an attorney. So I have to give him counsel give him time to consult with his counsel. That's what the rules say I have to do. Something happened with your microphone. I was like, we can see you. It was fine. It's just, we had the interpreters. Yeah, we were ready to go. Yep. Judge Lattimore would be courtroom 3. Well, I'm sorry, which direction? I think more in that direction. Yeah. Yep. And you'll see Judge Lattimore for arraignment. You can resolve everything with her. All right. I had Bonita Rodriguez bonded. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jalen Bristol.
Sorry, we're still in the morning. So good morning, sir. Sorry, tell me your name.
Good morning, Jalen Bristol.
Mr. Bristow, you're here in case 2019 CF 16147AO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge signed your warrant in this case, set your bond at no bond. Your bond is going to remain as set in that case. I'm going to, you already had a public defender appointed in this case for the VOP? So I'm appointing a public defender to represent you for your violation of probation. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tyrone Brown.
Mr. Brown, you're here in case 2021 CF 5543AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge signing your warrant in that case, set your bond amount $10,000. Your bond is going to remain as set in that amount. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you if you're not already appointed in that case.
I don't want the public defender to appoint me. I'm American Indian. I go serve jury in all my cases.
Okay. All right.
How do I get a failure to appear when I've been incarcerated in this jail since June 10th?
I don't know, sir. It's a good question. You want to send a letter to the judge since you represent yourself?
I represent myself as serve jury.
Okay. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right. Go ahead. Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Gregory Buton.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9079AO on a charge of attempted burglary or conveyance. Did review the charging affidavit in this case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Oh, sorry, there's a warrant in your case. I apologize. Just signed your warrant in this case to find probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond in this case amount of $2,500. Condition of the bond. No return to the scene of the location, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Yes, ma'am. 2,500. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Brunner was just released from the Department of Corrections on May 4th of this year for a burglary charge. He has, from what I can tell, somewhere between 6 to 10 prior burglary convictions. So no weapons, no firearms. The weapons and firearms he has need to turn to law enforcement. No return to the scene. No contact with any victims or witnesses. All right. So yeah, I'm appointing a public defender to represent him. You may want to find a new charge. You don't seem to be that good at this crime, so you know. You want to think about that. Have a great day. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. How you doing? My name is Shamar Caprice.
Mr. Caprice, you're here in case 2021 CF 9245AO for a charge of possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver, and also a charge in 2021 CT 5515AO on a charge of driver license suspended as a subsequent offender. Did review the charge affidavits in your cases, did find probable cause for your arrest. As to your felony case 2021 CF 9245, I'm going to stay your bond. Sorry, let me get back to that case. amount of $1,000, conditioning your bond, you have been not possessing drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription, resulting in random drug and alcohol testing. In 2021 CT 5515AL, going to set your bond amount of $500. Conditioning the bond, you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. However, you're out on bond in case 2021 CF 9033AL. Court find probable cause to commit a new law offense in that case. In these cases, it's going to revoke your bond, set a new bond at $0. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Crowder's mental health.
Mr. Crowder, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him in case 2021 CF 9237AO.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Going to find probable cause for his arrest for a charge of battery on law enforcement officer in this case. Set his bond amount of $2,500. Condition of his bond, no weapons and firearms. The weapons and firearms he has need to be returned with law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. No drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Sage, you already filed on this open case? It's also a county case? All right, in case 2021 CF 1274AO, court find probable cause to commit a new law offense is going to revoke his bond from Osceola County, set new bond at $0.
Sorry, Your Honor, did you take action on Crowder's on bond case?
Yes, I did.
It was revoked.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Catherine, sorry, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Ricky Todd Deasy.
Mr. Deasy, here in case 2021 CF 91850 on charge of sexual offender failure to register. Did review the judge signing your warrant in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $2,500. Condition your bond, you have 48 hours from the time you're released from the Orange County Jail to register as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. You're out on bond in case 2020 CF 14521AO. Court find probable cause to commit the new law offense. This is the same offense. They're going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases you're not already appointed. You have a great day, sir.
Sebastian Fernandez, medical.
Francisco, what happened to Carl Francisco? Francois, I mean? Good, Hernandez. Sebastian Hernandez is the one that you pulled. You got a whole section here. Oh, wait a second, oh, sorry. Oh, Sebastian Fernandez, I'm sorry. All right, Sebastian Fernandez is, all right. All right, this case 2021 CF 9228AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Fernandez.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to,
Your Honor, I mean, not really a PC challenge of myself. However, I believe it should be ag assault with a deadly weapon instead of firearm.
yeah, once again, ag assault with a firearm isn't even really a crime, so, I mean, I say I find PC for ag assault with a firearm, but what I really mean is ag assault with a deadly weapon, because a firearm is a deadly weapon.
It's the same statute as well.
It's the same.
Same statute, same everything.
Well, wasn't the gun
Yeah, if you look at 784.02, it used to be
Still a deadly weapon.
aggravated assault to commit a felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and then it used to be aggravated assault with a firearm. But what do you think it should be firearm, deadly weapon, intent to commit a felony? I think that's where it used to go. And they just deleted firearm. So, but all definitions of
They amended
deadly
the
weapon,
statutes.
firearm would definitely be one.
They amended the statutes, it's not two separate statutes.
They amended the statute probably when you started law school, like back in 2016 or 14 or something like that. I think that's when they amended the statute to say that, to get rid of the firearm charge because of the 10-20 life problems they were having. So neighbors used to, I'm in a fight with my neighbor, we'll get my gun. They point the gun at the neighbor, 10-year midman. Legislature thought that was kind of unreasonable. All right, well, for Mr. Fernandez, we'll say aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The court find probable cause for 4 counts. Going to set his bond in count 1 in the amount of $2,500. Going to stay his remaining bond amounts, no contact with the victim, no return to the scene of the location, no weapons, no firearms. The weapons or firearms he has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. I'm going to already appointed the public defender to represent him. Yeah, you can just strike it and say deadly weapon if you want. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Carl Francois.
Mr. Francois, you are here in case 2021 CF 9244AO on a charge of battery on a law enforcement officer and possession of cannabis. You're also here in case 2021 CF 9243AO for carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, and resisting officer without violence. Give me 1 second. Did review the charging affidavit in both cases, did find probable cause for your arrest in both cases. Going to set your bond in 9244 in the amount of $2,500. Going to stay your bond in count 2 in the amount of $100. As to 9243, going to stay your bond in count 1 amount of $5,000. Count 2, 150, count 3, 100. Condition of your bond. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. Yeah, in both cases, I'm sorry. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Christopher Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, you're here in 2 matters. Both are the same charges, 2021 CF 9080 and 2021 CF 8933. Both you're being charged in both cases in charges of burglary of a structure and criminal mischief. There you go. Yeah. The judge signing your warrants in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. As to 8933, going to stay your bond in count 1 amount $2,500. Count 2, 150. Addition to bond, no contact with victims, witnesses, or co-defendants, no return to the scene of the location, may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, and no weapons, no firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. In 9080, let's say your bond amount $3,500, going to set your bond account to the amount of $150. Same conditions, no contact with any victims, witnesses, or co-defendants. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. No return to the scene of the location, and may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Aderia Hall.
Mr. Hall, you're here in case 2021 CF 9215AO where driver license is suspended as a third or subsequent offender. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest, going to say your bond amount of $2,500. This is you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
James Harris.
Mr. Harris, you're here in case 2021 CF 9234AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Is it his statement about the injunctions was disqualifying him for PTR, Ms. Page? I'm asking. Does he qualify? All right. All right, Mr. Harris is going to put you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release that you're not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You are to be subject to random drug testing through pretrial release in this case.
Your Honor, you're placing him on pretrial release with his extensive out-of-state history?
Say again?
You're putting him on pretrial release with his extensive out-of-tate history?
This
Including
needs to
other
be all drug
offenses?
related, and there's
Drug and theft related? Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's no violent, I mean, oh, well, so there's a robbery here, third degree, which I don't know what that is in New York. So that's only. All right, well, give Mr. Harris to get his life together here. All right, just don't use any drugs while you're on release. You gonna be able to do that?
Excuse me?
You gonna be not use any drugs while you're out on release?
Yes, I will not use no drugs.
All right, and you abide by whatever this injunction is it's talking about in here. Make sure you don't, because if you violate the injunction, you're gonna violate your pretrial release as well.
I don't know.
All right, so have a great day.
Was there random drug and alcohol testing?
Yes, it's random testing. I don't have a case number, I don't know. It just says, it says final injunction expires 9/1/25, but I don't have a case number. Ms. Page, you have a case number? All right, we'll put the case number on there. We'll add the case number later to the order. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jordan Hill.
Mr. Hill, you're here in case 2020 CF 13414AO on a failure to appear. Judge sign your warrant, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds remain as set. Going to appoint, I think the public defender is already appointed to represent you in this case.
Is there a way we could get his next court date, Madam Clerk?
I don't know if that date is gonna be correct, being that he's at no bond. 'Cause it's
The 26th.
They transport him. I don't know if
Yeah, no. Let me, I mean, I think,
they still transport him.
yeah, it's still transported.
So it's gonna be arraignment August 26th at 8:30 and 6D.
Otherwise, he'll grab him. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Charles Jacobs.
Mr. Jacobs, you're here in case 2021 CF 9235AO on charges of possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver, possession of oxycodone, possession of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. We're gonna set your bond in count one in amount of $1,500. Going to say your remaining bonds at 150, 150, and 100. Condition the bond is you're not possessing any drugs, or alcohol without a valid prescription. You not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You're out. Oh, no, sorry, no, this is an open case. You're,
I believe he has a summons to appear. I don't think he's
yeah,
at the
yeah.
phone.
So not taking any action on this case. He wasn't arrested on 2021 MM 4189 AO. Man. All right, have a great day. I hope you're not riding around smoking with your kids in the car. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Arlie Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, you're here in case 2021 CF 9253AO on two charges of battery on a uniform licensed security officer. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest in each one of these charges. Going to,
Your Honor, he does otherwise qualify. Would you consider straight PTR?
I would have, if not for the fact that he was just convicted of a battery one prior on the 2nd of this month.
State would object, just for the record, Your Honor, given the reasoning you just gave and given his history of multiple batteries.
Yeah, I mean, he seems not to be able to solve conflicts without resorting to street yard tactics. So I'm going to say your bond in count one amount of $2,500 in count one. Say your bond in count two amount of $150. Condition the bond, no return to the scene of the location. Without a valid bus pass. And you may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Irfan Ahmad Khalil, sir.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9194AO on charges of burglary of conveyance in 2 counts and petty theft in 1 count. Judge signed your warrant. In this case, has already found probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1 in amount of $3,500. Count 2, $150. Count 3, $100. Additionally, your bond that you are subject to pretrial release supervision, no return to the scene of the location, no contact with any victims or witnesses, may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms he has need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You will have the 48 hours from the time you are released from here to report to the sheriff's office as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Did you say AMPTR?
Yes. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Lon Shea Delo Jr.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 9231AO on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and resisting officer without violence. Did review the charging Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1 in amount of $1,500 and count 2, $100. Condition the bond be subject to pretrial release supervision. You had no contact with the victim in this case. You may not return to the scene, the location where this incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. 1,500.
Thomas May, city behavior.
All right, it's case 2021 CF 9209AO. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. May.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to record the review.
Can I be heard on the probable cause of the count 1?
Your Honor, state has no objection to just PC for possession of cocaine.
That was our, that was gonna be my argument, Your Honor.
Trying to streamline the process. I believe the only indicia of sale was potentially a razor blade, and then the amount of cocaine. The officer deemed that to not be for personal use.
I mean, it's 5.5 grams of crack in one large rock.
That's right, Your Honor, but there was no scale, no cash, no baggies. I think it was in one bag, but there weren't like separate baggies to indicate an intent to sell. No
All
evidence.
right, we're gonna find probable cause for the charges that he's facing. You guys might want to look up how crack cocaine is dealt on the street. The case 2021 CF 9209AO, gonna find probable cause for possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver, and possession of cannabis. And count one will state his bond amount of $1,500, $15,000. Condition, and count two, $100, condition of his bond that he not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. He may not have associated with any known drug dealers or drug users. He is out on ROR in case 2021 CF 3736, and he's out on bond in case 2021 CT 4678AO. The court found a probable cause to commit a new law offense. He's gonna find, he's gonna revoke those bonds, set new, or ROR, and set new bonds at $0 in those cases. Already appointed public defender to represent him in any case that he's not already, it's not already out on. You're not already appointed on, there you go, sorry. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Moran is here in case 2021 CF 3714AO on charge of burglary of conveyance and criminal mischief with a subsequent offender. It's a warrant case. Yeah, the judge signed a warrant in this case, already found probable cause for his arrest, going to state bond in the amount of $3,500 and $1,000 respectively. He didn't have no contact with any victims or witnesses, no return to the scene, the location. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has need to return with law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He also has 48 hours from the time he's released on this case to report to the sheriff's office as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. In case 2020 CF 3735AO, the court's going to revoke that bond, finding probable cause to commit a new law offense. I'm sorry, oops, wait. I want to strike the sexual offender thing.
Your Honor, can we be appointed so I can waive the appearance?
Thought you did.
I didn't waive the appearance.
I'm sorry. I'm appointed public defender to represent Mr. Moran, apologize.
We'll waive the appearance.
Yeah, striking the sex offender. He's out, he has an out on bond charge. That was a VOP case, sorry. But I am going to revoke his bond in case 2020 CF 3735AO. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Carter Moser, sir.
Sir, you're here in two matters. The first one, 2019 CF 649AO for a failure to appear. Bond is $2,500. In 2020 CF 268AO, you had a failure to appear warrant. Bond is $0. I believe you already had a public defender representing you in both cases. Yes. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Christian Osorio.
Sir, you're here in a violation of probation case from Volusia County in 2021, 222359. Judge in Volusia County set your bond at no bond. You're also here from failure to appear warrant in case 2021 CF 2639AO. Judge in your failure to appear warrant set your bond amount $2,000. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Porter Henry is behavior.
All right. Going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Porter in case 2021 CF 9219 AO.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right. You have an address? No. All right, going to find probable cause for the charge of possession of methamphetamine. Going to set his bond amount of $500. Conditions bond, no drugs, no alcohol without valid prescription. You're not associated with any known drug dealers or drug users. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Michael Queen.
Mr. Queen, you're here in case 2021 CF 9226 AO on charge of possession of methamphetamine. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in the amount of $500, conditioning your bond that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Now associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. That's it. Have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
You Asbury Shaw. I was in front of you yesterday being arraigned for the same charges.
Yeah, this is a different, got some new charges. So in case 2021 CF 9225 AO, being charged with the charge of using a shoplifting or anti-theft inventory device, as well as paid theft. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to say your bond in count one, amount of $1,000. Count two at $100. May not return to the scene of the location. No contact with any victims or witnesses. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. Yep. Good afternoon, sir. Come tell me your name. Tell me your name.
Robinson from yesterday, Judge.
Yep. Mr. Robinson, you're here for some more charges. In case 2021 CF 9193, charged with tampering or harassing a witness, false imprisonment, first-degree murder, sexual. Say again? Yes, sir. Sexual battery with a deadly weapon or physical force, and robbery. Judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. State what you asking do as to count
1, 3, and 4, Your Honor.
Well, 1. Is it 1?
It's charged as a 2D, which is tampering in a first-degree felony, which is also a first-degree felony that's punishable by life. Would you like to see the statute?
Tampering with a witness in a capital offense is what you're, okay, so you're saying tampering with a witness in a capital offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not in a first-degree felony?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I
Which
got
is
you.
then punishable by life. So it's
Gotcha.
count
Okay.
1 being a life offense, count 3, the attempted first-degree murder is a life offense, and then the count 4, the sexual battery with a deadly weapon is also a life offense.
Right, okay.
So regarding 1, 3, and 4, state's asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
1, 3, 4, all right. All right, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in these cases. Mr. Brands, do you have a response to the state's request?
Just a moment to confer, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Well, it's attempted first-degree murder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, attempted first-degree, sorry.
First.
I'm looking at my sheet said one thing, looking at the warrant itself. Warrant says attempted first-degree murder, attempted sexual battery with the use of physical force.
That's all the new charge, that's what's today?
Yeah, so the new charges today are tampering with a witness or tampering with a victim in a capital offense, which is a first-degree felony punishable by life, kidnapping, which is also a life offense, attempted first-degree
Also
murder.
imprisonment, Your Honor, not kidnapping.
Yeah, attempted first-degree murder is actually just a first-degree felony. And then I'm looking at the warrant because the warrant's different than,
An
on
attempted
the
first,
sheet
Your
here?
Honor, is a life offense.
say again?
An attempted first-degree murder is a life offense.
They're alleging a weapon of some sort. I think it's just a,
Is this the charge I just beat? I just got out? I just got
No.
out June 4th. And,
this is, wait, I'm gonna tell you.
and where all these charges come from, just like they illegally took my DNA and they must be planting my DNA places because I was just on the street 2 days ago. I had no warrants for nothing. Now I got a million warrants and murder charges and sexual assaults everywhere. I've been working at Zaxby's. I've been working past two. I've been raising my daughter. I got an 11-year-old daughter at the house. And I really want to, I don't know what's up with my daughter right now. And these charges came out of nowhere, Judge Bryant. I was just on the street with no warrants, and now I got a
Robinson.
million fucking charges.
Like I told you yesterday, I'm not the judge. I'm just the judge that tells you what you were arrested for and set release conditions. That's what I do.
I'm sorry. How many charges yesterday did you read off to? How many charges I got from yesterday? Because I'm lost.
10? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 charges from yesterday. You have now additional
Yesterday?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges. So a total of 17 charges.
I think there's a total of 6 cases.
Yeah, I'm saying the number of charges. So amongst various cases.
Yes, Your Honor, what I have for 78204, so an attempted first-degree murder, it still qualifies under 1020 life, and is
Yeah, but
punishable by life.
1020 life requires a firearm. 1020 life, the enhancement under 775, was that .04 or .06 or whatever it is talking about firearms. So first-degree murder, for attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, you could get life for that. But just straight attempted first-degree murder, you strangled a person or didn't use a weapon, I believe it's just a first-degree felony.
Your Honor, according to the statute that I'm reading, it says it's punishable by life.
Under 1020 life? So it's 7.
No, under
Let me look at 7. Wait a second. There's 7.
782.04.
782. .04, which sub 1 really covers.
Because a first-degree felony, or first-degree murder is a PBL, an attempt makes
First-degree
it.
murder is a capital offense.
Yes. So then the attempt knocks it down and makes it a life offense. So punishable by life.
Murder, first-degree, capital felony.
Is what you want.
775. Let's go back to 775.
Same here.
77.04. So in 77.04, sub 4, sub B, it's talking about attempt, like this is the section talking about attempt, solicitation, and conspiracy. It says, if the offense attempt, solicitation, or conspired, sorry, is the offense attempted, solicited, or conspired to is a capital felony. The offense, criminal attempt, criminal solicitation, or criminal conspiracy is a felony of the first degree.
Okay, Your Honor.
So I'm in agreement with you. Did they print the right charges on your order? I just want to make sure, because the warrant says something different than the charging affidavit. Yeah. All right, so the offenses I have are tampering with a witness in a first degree felony, but like, capital offense, which is a punishable life offense. Kidnapping is the next charge. So, see it again? Yeah. That's not the one that we, yeah. Kidnapping and attempted first. So you ready to go, or you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
Waiting on you.
I was waiting.
Oh.
I thought you had a response. I was waiting for you to. All right. All right, sorry, Ms. Robinson. Guess we had a longer delay. All right, Mr. Robinson, in 2021 CF 9193, charges are tampering with a witness in a capital offense, kidnapping, attempted first-degree murder, attempted sexual battery with physical force, and robbery. All right. Counts 1 and 2 are both the first one is a punishable life offense. Count 2 is actually, I believe, a life offense. So state, what are you asking I do? That's the counts 1 and 2.
He's asking me to hold a no bond paying an Arthur hearing.
And Mr. Brands, you have an argument from the state's response. One point of public defender represent Ms. Robinson.
Well, my only argument would be if the charge is tampering, harassing, and a capital offense, what's the capital offense? The second count, the kidnapping charge? Because if it's attempt on charges 3 and 4, should the count 1 be tampering, harassing a witness in a capital offense if those attempts aren't capital offenses?
That's an interesting question. But I think the tampering is in a, what's this?
I'm just going off 914.22 sub 2 sub D, which states,
Or I think it's capital or life offense. I think it's the way it reads, correct?
I'm trying to re-find it, Your Honor.
Let me read, let's get to 9:14.
2D, a felony of the first degree punishable by a term of years not exceeding life when its effect involves an investigation or prosecution of a first degree felony or a first degree felony punishable by a term of years not exceeding life. So it's
So we tampering in the
Tampering in
count
a
two,
life
kidnapping.
offense is a life offense.
All right,
Otherwise, no argument pending that Arthur hearing, Your Honor.
all right, Mr. Robinson, in count 1 and 2, the court's gonna hold you at no bond as to those counts. Count 3, gonna set your bond in amount of $100,000. Count 4, gonna stay your bond at $100,000. Count 5, $5,000. Condition your bond, no contact with any witnesses, victims, or their families, no weapons, no firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. We've already appointed the public defender to represent you in these cases. You have a great day, sir. All right, sir, have a great day. All right. That's it, just focus on handling that. All right. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Shane Short.
Mr. Short, you're here in case 2021 CF 7973 AO on charges of fraudulent use of personal identification information and use or false use of a fictitious name on the application for identification card. Judge signing your warrant. This case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Gonna stay your bonds as set in that warrant, an amount of $2,000 on each count. Condition of the bonds, not possessing weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Also make a condition that you not possess any other person's identification except your own as a part of your condition of your release. You're on conditional release, so I'm not sure if you're gonna be hearing from the parole board in your case that you're on parole for. What appoint, I don't know. I'm gonna appoint a public defender to represent you. That's between you and the executive branch, all right? I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Thank you kindly. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Fernando Vega.
Mr. Vega, you're here in case 2021 CF 9233 AO on charge of possession of cocaine and a possession of fentanyl. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1, amount of $1,000, count 2, $1,000, condition the bond, no drugs, no alcohol without a valid prescription. Subject to random drug and alcohol testing in that case. Come on, Ms. Page, was he already drug tested through PTR in his open case?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna strike the drug testing in the new case. In 2021 CF 8578 AO, you're out on bond for the same exact charges. Court find probable cause that you committed this new law offense, that you committed a new law offense, which would be the exact same charges. Court's gonna revoke those bonds, set new bonds at $0. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir. I think in this last order, I didn't do a check mark. Wherever this was. Let's think about, I thought about that. No, Velez, you already bonded. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jamel Zachary.
This is Zachary here in case 2020 CF 4771 AO or failure to appear. Sorry, you're here on the charge of failure to appear. Judge signed your warrant, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you if you're not already appointed in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, could I please have a word, Your Honor, please?
With me? About what? I'm gonna tell you this, Mr. Zachary, the rules tell me, and the law says I can't change, modify, or a writ like this without the judge's permission, which I don't have. So you gotta take it up with the division judge to issue the warrant, all right? Does anybody have anything before we adjourn for the day?
No, Your Honor.
This wasn't my, I can't get in touch with the police. There's no communication or anything. I didn't even know I had a court date, nothing. I don't know what it means. Then I ride around and then I get stopped by the police. I'm legit, my car is legit. And they pulled me over and I found out that I have a warrant for my arrest that I didn't know about. And I didn't know that I had to be in court. If I had to be in court, I would be in court. And I'm saying here, I'm gonna do this every.
Well, Mr. Brands, you can talk to Mr. Zachary, you talk, but are you have anything for the court before we adjourn?
Not from the
All right.
defense, Your Honor, no.
All right, we'll be adjourned for the day.